Hello. As you can see, we're in a new setting. A lot has changed. Let's chat. Okay, so my last vlog, you guys saw me moving out of my apartment and going to Texas. There wasn't a lot of detail in why that was happening, so let me just get you all caught up to speed. I moved out of my apartment because my lease ended and I was going to move into another one. Might I add, I didn't plan on staying, but my landlord essentially called me and told me to move out. So I was like, oh, perfect, we're aligned. We're gonna get back to the landlord very, very soon. But where I'm staying right now is very, very temporary. I was moving out of my apartment. I was going to Texas the next day because I was a bridesmaid in one of my best friend's wedding, which there will be a vlog all on the wedding itself, which is why I only saw a few days in Texas. My parents lived there. I stayed about a week. I went to the wedding and I hung out with my family. Whoopsie whoop. New York is very fast paced. There's a lot going on, and sometimes I feel like I go a whole day without legitimately breathing. Obviously, I breathe, but New York is a lot. And while I feel like I have the personality that can handle it, everybody needs a break. It was supposed to be for 6 days. I extended to 7. I wasn't really focused on finding an apartment. Like, I knew that I needed to find an apartment. I was assuming that it would just like fall in my lap because that's how they all happened. And this one, it took a little bit more work to get there. Well, the one that I wanted really took more work to get there, which is why we're here only for a moment. I'm literally only staying here for like 7 weeks. And I probably won't be like showing you guys too much of it. Honestly, I'm not very settled. I feel kind of uncomfortable. I've lived here like a little less than 2 weeks, but I've only taken a shower here twice. My body can't open up. I feel like I'm in a very much so transitional period of my life, and I'm ready to transition into a more stable place where I feel at home. But for this time right now, I don't feel at home because this isn't my home. And to be honest, I feel like a lot of parts of my life aren't in order the way that I'd like them to be, and I'm still trying to show up and I'm still trying to create, but I don't think that I could do that authentically without making a video saying what's going on. This week is gonna be allowing myself to feel comfortable even though it's temporary. That's gonna be the theme for the week. This kind of goes with the article on my Substack that I wrote today called I Annoy Me, and it just talks about a woman. She's learning a lot about herself, like seeing mirrors, and she's just getting annoyed. Like, I've lived this way for so long. It's like confronting your blockages. And this week, this month, since September started, I feel like I've been confronting blockages and more and more and more blockages. And I'm just uncomfortable right now, and it's a different level of discomfort than I felt before. I don't really talk about this, but like being a freelance worker, it can be rewarding, but I'm in the phase where it's really uncomfortable. On top of that, I'm now in a place where I just won't let myself let my shoulders down, and it's because I know I need to leave and I don't want to get too cozy yet. And then my dog is like kind of uncomfortable, and it's just, I'm having a really hard time settling down. I'm having a really hard time finding calmness in the storm and finding balance. And if anybody has any tips on that, please leave them below, because god fucking damn. And that leads me to the next thing I want to talk about: vulnerability. I struggle with this. I don't really like to be that vulnerable with people. I don't really like to show the sides of me that aren't the strongest. I'm realizing that as I show up in front of a camera and I publish content about my life in long form, in short form, in text form, I'm gonna have to do that a little bit more. And that could be contributing to my discomfort, just like feeling like I'm holding a lot in. So I'm taking a vow. I'm being more vulnerable. I'm being more open. I'm hoping that I find the people that connect with this, because it's just a phase, it's just a moment. It's not gonna last forever, but having support of community, whether it's people that you know or people that you don't know, makes all the difference. And I would love to lean into that. I don't want to bear all of these feelings on my own. It's a lot, it's heavy. I'm uncomfortable. Changes are occurring. Changes have happened, as you see, and more changes are gonna come, and I have to let them in, especially since I'm working towards something that I really, really care about, especially since I'm in a city that I really, really am thriving, even though in New York, your highs are super high and your lows are super low, and god damn it, have I felt my lowest lows here. I'm not gonna get into that too much. I ain't that vulnerable yet, but you know what? We're gonna have an episode on that. Probably once I'm through it, baby steps. I just felt like it was important for me to be honest with the community that I'm trying to foster. And I had a really deep conversation with a friend who opened my eyes to this. And I appreciate you so much for having this conversation with me. My vlogs are gonna continue to be fun and artsy and have, you know, music that I care about, but I also need to be straightforward with you guys, especially since I do care about connecting with people that I know and people that I don't know. I don't want to hold shit in. I actually feel good. I feel like I just busted a can of peas open. I don't know what I'm saying. If you resonate with this, if you connect with this in any way, feel free to say something in the comment section. I would love to chat about it. I'm trying to navigate this space of being open and accepting. I just hope that this message finds who it needs to find. Well, videos every Thursday. You'll see me next Thursday. Bye.